One important cause is noise. Even the expectation of noise is sufficient to build up considerable tension.
Fuck your flat. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Welcome up to the live stream today. I really appreciate you all joining up. I'm seeing some pretty bad movement across the market today. Like I said in the title here, SPY is pulling back. The 518, 520 resistance will not break. I'm looking here at the one-day chart of the SPY. You can see how that 518, 520 resistance area was pretty huge. Even if we go to the hourly, it actually shows it a little bit better. You can see all of these major rejections right here at 518. There has been a lot at that specific level. And guess what? We're rejecting there again. Who would have guessed, guys? Seriously, who would have guessed, right? This spot is major for the S&P 500 for the SPY. 518 and 520, both are huge right here. So to see the market reject there and move back down this morning isn't that surprising, but I'm sure a lot of people out there are saying, what is the big news this morning? Why is the market doing this? Where'd my articles go? Let me get my Intel news up here. So essentially, the U.S. is revoking Intel and Qualcomm's licenses to sell chips to Huawei, I forgot how to say the name. But either way, it's a China phone company, Huawei, Huawei. They are taking the licenses away from Intel and Qualcomm for those. So you would think that that would just hurt Intel and Qualcomm. And I kind of would too. But the overall news does hurt U.S. relations as well. Plus, we had bad earnings this morning with Uber. That was a pretty bad reaction, as well as Shopify. So both of the big earnings this morning were terrible. I will say Affirm reported, but it wasn't anything. They are actually starting to move up now. It was very flat at first, but there we go. Starting to look a little bit better. Sean's putting out the chicken legs. Let's go. I like how they call it the poultry legs. Oh, that's sick. Who did the RuneScape coins? That's pretty cool. My Uber paper puts are up 87%, Demir said. Wow. I'm surprised they're not up more, but I guess that's because of the earnings and the IV and everything there, but yeah, let's go. I could use a chicken leg this morning. I could eat a couple of those. I wish there was no music. It distracts me. I just want to hear your voice. Sorry, Sunshine. We've done a lot of votes, and there's an overwhelming majority that actually wants the music, so I am sorry about that. But I heed your message. The like button has been firmly smashed, Stuart said. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go, Stuart. Smash it up, guys. If you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like. Let's try to beat the like goal from yesterday. It was pretty rough. Let's get over to the SPY here. Let's check in on the bigger tech stocks out there. Let's look at NVIDIA first. Always the go-to, bouncing around 894, 895. I like that support. It's not my favorite setup so far this morning, though. The comeback isn't too big as of yet. AMD is sitting pretty low. They don't really have major support here, but they did bounce this morning at 152.30. I like this 151, 150 area of support for AMD. I could actually see them continuing to fall a little bit. A lot of these stocks and even the market lately has been pulling back up pretty good over the past couple weeks. Like, you know, this price action that's been back up has actually been pretty damn good. You know, I know that it, well, yeah, I mean, I'll say this, even intraday, like a lot of these moves have been pretty nice. Some of the pre-market moves are almost just as good though, which sucks, but You know, a pullback here isn't too crazy, I don't think. Huawei. That's it, first last. That's it. Huawei. That's how you say it. I knew that it was a really weird pronunciation, but I forgot. I actually haven't talked about Huawei in a while. There we go. Where's SPY go today? Palmer said down. I'm leaning down today. It looks like right now it's actually coming up a little bit off of support. There's more minor support at this 515 area, so it is coming up a little bit off of that, but overall, I'm still looking at a bigger move down, even though there's a slight pop right now. Definitely going to watch these resistances coming up, like 516 and then 516.50. That's going to be huge there, 516.50, if it even gets there. I'm sure it will, though. I'm sure it will. Oh, I love this song. I know, right, Mason? It's really weird. The slot song. You remembered it. It's like playing dancing drums. So it's like. Thoughts on Apple TDY? I think that means today. Ooh, interesting. I actually like this trend on Apple stock. It's okay. The trend doesn't line up perfect, but man, that's really weird looking on Apple. What if I clone this one? Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. Interesting on Apple. My big thing with Apple lately, and I actually talked about this last night, or I think maybe not last night, maybe it was the previous night's video, but the Apple range here is pretty good. Right between 185 and 180. There has been a pretty big range over the past few days. Few trading days, that is. Don't count the weekend, of course. But see how Apple just went really flat here within this circle? It's pretty much been range trading, like I said, between like that 180 mark and 185. If you want to make it a more consistent range, look at 181 to 184. But I'm definitely being patient with Apple, waiting for it to get out of the range. And I am leaning up on Apple, given how much they went up with earnings. And I love the way that they're consolidating here. I could see them starting to break back out here pretty soon. Maybe we'll actually get some better news coming in. I thought maybe the iPad event news would help them yesterday, but it did not. I don't know if you guys saw that when YouTube banned me, right? They didn't ban me, but smash that like button, guys, for YouTube taking me down yesterday. Smash it up. Let's try to hit like 20 plus likes here. I know we can get there. We're only at 13 right now. The Apple Pro Pencil isn't compatible with my iPad mini. Oh, that sucks, Mason. I'm thinking about getting one of these new iPads. I really like them, and you can get the keyboard with it as well. I think that's really cool. The new ones have M4 chips. They're saying that they want to make it like a MacBook. So I think that that's really neat to try to make it more like a MacBook. I actually love that. Never using Prime again. Okay. Thanks a lot, CNBC. It's cool, though. I do like these quite a bit. God damn, the Magic Keyboard costs $300? Oh, shit. That's kind of expensive for just a little keyboard. Man. I could buy like the top of the line gaming keyboards for cheaper than that. At that point, I might as well just buy the MacBook. Yeah, I don't know. Do I go MacBook or do I go with the stupid keyboard? I don't know. It's hard to decide. Yeah, that's like Mason. I didn't realize that it was that keyboard was that expensive. I thought that was gonna just be like a little $50 cheap keyboard add-on. Like, I feel like you could get those really cheap, if honestly. I'm thinking of pulling a buy before a sell. What? Hey Tom, I'm thinking of pulling a buy before sell before earnings on Home Depot. Okay, you're gonna buy up before. So you're gonna buy before earnings and sell before earnings. Okay, on HD. Sorry, Demir, I'm a little slow this morning. Looking at the support, I like the 337 support on Home Depot. It did dip down this morning. It is touching that support, but overall, it's not my favorite setup out there. If you're trading it up, there is this gap on the daily that's about to fill. I don't know. This is tough. It seems like a tough one on Home Depot where it's just chopping around down here right now. I could see it starting to bounce off these lower support though and get a little bit higher. But selling before the earnings, that doesn't give you a lot of time. That only gives you till Tuesday of next week. Tom needs his tea. For real, Mason. I could use that this morning. Samuel says it's not even RGB. I feel that. Tell the YouTube risk assessors to F off, Sean said. That would be awesome. I wish I could. Next, Mara resistance. Sure thing, Jason. Mara starting to sell back off a little bit here. Hey, sick. We got the 21 likes. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, guys. Yeah, Mara selling down here. Down under $19, down to like $18.80 just about. Mara, Marathon Digital Holdings. Switching over to the minute chart. Oh, great. Yeah, Mara resistance, though, looking at $20 even. Definitely a solid resistance there. A lot of hits right around 1980 to 20. Honestly, that's major resistance. I even see resistance here right around 1940, 1945 as well. So that's a good thing to see. Good resistance there. If you're looking for shorter term resistance, I really like 19. It did extend up to 1905 right here, but there is a little intraday resistance here. It's pretty good. I meant support. Oh. Shit. I'm just kidding. Shit, Jason. 1872. Sounds like a date or something. 1872. What went on that year? I feel like that's a significant one. I do like that one quite a bit. There's a lot of extensions to there. Yeah, 1870, 1872. That's a big spot. That's a big spot. As it sells off more, I like 1750 as the next major spot on Mara. There's a lot of bounces between like 1720 and 1750. Give or take a little bit there. You guys can see, I'll draw some arrows here. You can see all these hits around that little 10, 20 point range. Quite a few. Quite a few. Or not point range, cent range. Palmer said, you still zooming. You know it, Palmer. You know it, you know it. Zooming, zooming. Hey, I see why you said that now. Wasn't even expecting Zoomy Zoom to be up at all. There we go. They were kind of sucking ass in pre-market, so glad to see him coming back. How's Boeing? Hey, nice. No. That was a pretty bad move earlier in the week, wasn't it? They just cannot get the bad news to go away. Can they? They just cannot. It'd be cool if they turned over hard again and fell under like 175 with some good momentum. That would be kind of sick. First Last said, likes won't help with T and S. What is T and S? Microsoft looking good, Nolan said. MSFT. Yeah, Microsoft is looking pretty good here on this little comeback this morning. Definitely not bad. It got really close to support, too. A lot of hits around 406.60 to 405.60. That's been a big spot, though, the past couple weeks. Look at that great confirmation here the other day. Right off of that level. That's a great confirmation there. Recovery back. And of course, this morning, what level's it hitting off of again? That one. Literally bounces there again. Well, you gotta love to see it, right? Prayer request, Palmer said, I hop on a Boeing in 1 hour. You won't want to know the TV show I was watching last night. It was pretty crazy. It's this show on the Smithsonian channel called Air Disasters. And they're talking about, like, flights gone wrong and crap. Man, these one guys last night, they were, like, falling straight out of the sky in this Boeing, and somehow they caught it. I don't know how they caught the damn thing, but they did somehow. I don't think Palmer wants to hear that. You're probably right. Pack a parachute. Now that's the best advice yet. Dax says NFLX. I wonder if they would even let you pack a parachute. I would almost bet you that the airline wouldn't let you. Although I would really want to. Tessie bouncing off 170, Sean said. Man, Netflix is looking great right there. Yeah, Tesla's not too bad. How's Disney? Oh, yeah, they're doing okay. They're coming back a little bit. They got a lot of room to go, though. Man, over the past couple of earnings, Disney has actually had some pretty big gaps on the chart. These are pretty big moves. I'm used to Disney back like in 2015, 2017, 2018. I'm used to them back in the chop zone. Man, ever since Disney Plus and COVID came into the equation, this stock has been heating up a little bit. Just a lot of volatility. Like these swings, like, you know, the recovery from COVID back up, that was a 159% swing. The recent swing back up is up 35% currently, but like 57% on the overall swing. That's a pretty big swing from a stock like Disney. Lots of big bounces here. The thing I'm looking for with Disney over the next couple months is for them to continue to trade down into this range and then grabbing more shares while they're trading within this big range here. That's what I'm looking for. Just continually adding to the position, letting it culminate and work out for the long term. Disney went woke and almost went broke. Yeah. You know, they've had a lot of negativity lately, but they've been starting to look a lot better. I'm with you there, though. I don't like their politics, but I like their business. Let's be real, though, guys. It would have taken quite a bit to make Disney actually go broke. How's Budweiser doing? I haven't looked at them in a while. That was another one. Okay. Coming back alive. AB InBev. Tangy said it's nearly impossible to parachute from a jumbo jet. Why is that, Tangy? I figured you could, like, as long as you didn't jump while you were in front of the wing. You somehow jumped out the back, I felt like it'd be alright, but I don't know. Oh, well, yeah, that... Oh. Yeah, that does make sense, Jason. You do need oxygen up that high, don't you? You know, you're right. I don't know. I might risk it, though, for that. How long does it take you to fall down? Could you just hold your breath? I'm just kidding. With all that adrenaline, you'd be going nuts. Pass out. Ah, I see. Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, Jason, I'm going to get a parachute that auto opens so that I can just jump out and, hey, if I'm passed out, at least if I'm passed out, I won't know I hit the ground, right? Imagine if you did that and then the pilots got control of the plane again and then you were fine. Wow, Meat Sack, that's pretty crazy. I've never went skydiving. Has anybody in here done that before? I've never done that. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to. I don't have the want for that, personally. Tom's not cool enough, I guess, but... And SPY, they are really bouncing back up off that 515 support here. That intraday recovery has not been bad this morning. Getting up into major resistance again. 516.50 is a big spot coming up. I think we could see multitudes of price action off of there. Tangy said, hell no. Skydiving is jumping from a perfectly good plane. It's silly. First Last says doesn't have fail safes. Well, isn't there like don't people have like a little backup parachute on their parachute? Although I'm not saying that that's gonna save you. I think most of the time people die because they pass out. And I don't think that they pass out necessarily from oxygen. I think it's from like adrenaline. But they have a helmet on. That's a good one. A lot of people have heart attacks. Ah, I could see that, Tangy. I could see that. Yeah, I'm not built for that, man. I think I'd be okay, but I just don't think I want to try it. I'm glad a lot of you guys out there are smart. 0915 Brad said, best money I've spent, man, skydiving. Nice. What is 0915, Brad? Is that like your military call out? Savage said, can you please look at Hood on the book map? Ooh. On the book map? Oh. For sure, Savage. I got you. Robin Hood. I think this might be the first time I've ever looked at Robin Hood on the book map. Nice. So today, around like 1805, there's some pretty big sellers stacked. Maybe like 1780 here as well for Savage. As I scroll out, 1820, 45,155. Now that's a big spot on this one. Yeah, 1820 overhead, pretty major on resistance. I'll zoom out even further. Whoa, what's going on at 20? 554,000 shares? Holy shit. $20 has a ton stacked up there. Man. Let me go look at Robinhood on the chart. I think getting wild here. What is the earnings? Tonight, okay. Man. What a crazy stock. That $20 resistance is insane, though. Demir said Meta's popping off. Let's go see. META. Yeah, it's coming back pretty good. You know what it's doing today, guys? Well, yeah, I guess it is. It's about to fill the gap. The gap up to this resistance. Literally about to fill it. Some people might argue up to 485 is needed to fill the gap. So even if it fills that gap, it's still pretty close. This is the $1 million question, guys. What do you think? Let's do a poll here. Okay? This is going to be a good one today. Just give me a second to think about it and make it real fast. Yeah, Robinhood did get a notice, Steven. My daughter's starting to go nuts. You guys will like this poll. All right, let me get these answers on here. And then we will have it going. They equals SEC. Yeah. Yep. Meta pops back above 480, 485. Let's see. All right, let's see, guys. What do you think here? All right, will Meta re-break 480/485, which is this pretty big zone here, where there's pretty major resistance? Will it break back above 480, 485 and start getting back towards the all-time high up around, 530 and etc.? Will it start to get back up there over the course of May, or will it end up falling back down under 460 and heading back towards lows? Voted up. There's only 2 answers here. It's a pretty cool one. Everyone's voting so far. Meta popped back above 480, 485. I guess a lot of people aren't looking for the gap to fill and then a rejection, huh? Man, Savage, that's awesome, man. It's an awesome community to be a part of. Only been a member for 2 days, but love it. Hey, let's go, Savage. I love it. Thanks, man. And hey, thanks for the dono yesterday, too. That was cool. Appreciate that. Wow, look at Meta right now. It's actually running into pretty major resistance from the past couple days. Or couple weeks. From pre-earnings. Definitely watch that for a rejection. Stewart said 2 days here too. Kevin said, Tom, do you monitor CTA activity? Commodity trading agents. No, I do not, Kevin. Commodity trading agents. No, I don't do that. I'd actually never heard of that before. Although it just sounds like just a... It kind of just sounds like an advisor that does futures, but... Yeah, Meta Bookmap. Let's look at it. That is a good point there. Let's check it. Yeah, zooming out today, there's definitely pretty big resistance here coming up around 475. There's a lot of overhead resistance today. Look at that on Meta. Man. It doesn't mean it can't break. It can definitely go up and through there, but this is quite a bit stacked up overhead with nothing really underneath, so. And plus, with that being said, with all of that on the book map, plus we're seeing good resistance here. Man, this is starting to become a decent shorting opportunity. Maybe front run some puts here to the downside. The RR, you could keep it really tight. There's a couple ways to play it, but the safest way would be to trust that 476 resistance and keep a stop up overhead here. If you were going to play a rejection. Yeah, some of the puts for this week, like the 470, going for like 350 bucks a pop. That might not be a bad one to eye up as it gets closer to resistance. Now some buyers popped in at 471. Look at that. They popped in. Zoom in on it a little bit. It looks cool when you zoom in a lot on the book map. KGC, what's up with that one? I don't think I've ever heard you mention KGC before. Kinross Gold, damn. They're moving well post earnings. Oh, apparently we have talked about this one before. YOLO. Why is YOLO on the chart? That was weird. That must have been something from a nightly video. Man. You're right, KGC is really on fire. How's GDX today? It's starting to look pretty good. I like that, GDX here. It'd be nice to see GDX really start to extend back up here. Actually a good trend going on too. I really like this little support that GDX is on. That dip on the daily is weird, guys. And I like weird dips like this, too. A lot of times you'll see pretty decent moves coming off of those little consolidation candles like that. Kind of like right here. Obviously not every single time, but... I do like the way that dipped there. SLV 4-hour chart looks good. Let's see it. 4-hour chart. Yeah, it's not bad. I like SLV right here. I still think it could consolidate a little bit more, but That'll start to look pretty good. If it does start to pop back, it'll almost be like an inverse head and shoulders pattern right here. That's kind of what I'm watching for. Not necessarily the pattern, just solid moves up off that support, but you can look at the pattern. Don said, hit the like, show some love. Appreciate that. Called for a purpose. Asking for the Qualcomm resistance. Adventure said, what's up with all the lurkers not giving you a like? I don't know, man. We'll have to ask them about that. Maybe they'll have to get a visit from Greta here and she'll have to set them straight.
How dare you?
One of the best buttons ever. ALCC breaking out, Ryan said. ALCC. Another one I've never heard of. But very interesting setup on the chart. Yeah, it looks like it's been slowly but surely like running, dipping, running, dipping, running, dipping. It's starting to come back up off this little dip here. Might not be too bad back up. Pretty risky stock. I've never heard of this one. A lot of stocks out there. I've heard of most of them, but you guys have thrown out some wild cards today. How do I feel about end phase to the upside? Called for a purpose. I think YT's taking down the like count. Yeah, it's up to 36 right now. Sometimes it does lag if you're watching the stream. Sometimes it does mess up for that. It usually shows me the right number though in this. I have like a special dashboard thing I'm watching. Let's look at end phase resistance here coming up though. Yeah, I like end phase up here more than I like it down. It's starting to bounce off the bottom area of this range, which I really like. It's been kind of stuck up here at the top though, which is a negative. Since it is bouncing off the bottom of the range though, I do like it up in this scenario. But when I start to look at the daily chart, it's not the best daily. So I'm going to rate it like a 6 out of 10 to the upside. I think the big thing would be to have a nice stop loss on it. The big problem is it's stuck in this range. You'd really need it today to get back towards the top or the upper end of this range. Oh, Palmer, a SPAC, I think you meant. Let me get a meta book map here. I was already looking at it, so someone asked. I was like, sure, I'll put it up there. AAL running, Palmer said. Yeah, American Airlines looking good. Running up to 1445. Okay. Let's go. That's not too bad. Coming back. The airlines were on fire for a few days there and started really coming back down yesterday. Let's watch CCL. CCL is down around support. Hopefully they don't fall off. The cruise lines aren't faring as well short term, it looks like. Especially Carnival. We looked at this the other day. I think RCL was like outdoing Carnival like tenfold. Yeah, look at the Royal Caribbean chart compared to the Carnival Cruise Line chart. It's like, what is going on? Let me grab a drink really fast. I have it here with me today. I just gotta take a second here. Gotta love the Costco Gatorade. Or as they say, the Kirkland Gatorade. Speaking of Costco, it's slowly dipping, Demir said. Yeah, it is. COST. It was really rocketing up there, though. We talked about this one a lot yesterday. Big resistance overhead at 774. Failed to break out there today. Definitely pulling back. Not looking like a terrible short. Outlaw says, "What are lurkers?" They're the people watching the stream who don't talk all the time. I guess Outlaw is what you'd say. What's up, Jacob? Hope you're having a good morning. Demir said, "Gonna wait for a call entry on Costco." SPY's still coming up, but it did start to reject right around 516.50. That resistance is holding up for now. I'm not liking this too much, though. Sunshine goes, "I'm not a lurker, I don't talk." Yeah, and don't worry, guys. It's not meant to be a bad connotation. Don't worry, don't worry. It's totally fine. I actually appreciate everybody out there who throws it on and listens, but I don't know, it's weird. It's weird that they call them that, though. I don't know why in the streaming world that's what they say. Jay Harris, the GOAT. Seriously, right? Give me some insight on Coin, Harris said. COIN. Coinbase. Looked like Costco there was. Go back to Coin. Ricky says, "I like to call my tequila Gatorade too." Ooh, that'd be wild today, Ricky. First thing you do when you wake up, bam, tequila. That's how you get your day started. Yeah, Coin's looking pretty good coming up today. It had a great dip to the downside, but ended up coming back up and holding this 210 resistance very well. Sorry, guys, had to grab another drink. The tequila is making my throat dry today. Right. Yeah, Coinbase, so that is a pretty good recovery. There is some pretty good resistance coming up. 215 is huge. Followed by 218. More majorly, though, like 219.50 to 220 would be the more major area coming up there. And hey, we have 42 votes in the poll. Will Meta re-break 480, 485 and go towards the all-time high, or will it reject and fall back within a month? And I ran out of room to type there. They only let you put a certain amount of characters, but it's by the end of May. Where will Meta go by the end of May? Will it end up popping back, or will it end up falling off? As of today, it's approaching pretty big resistance. The first major one that it's coming to test from the drop before earnings, right around this 475, 476 area. We've been looking at that on Bookmap quite a bit. I'm watching for that to hit and reject back down. 475, huge too. But vote up how you guys feel, of course. 42 total votes now. Looks like popping back is winning by a lot here. 76%. Ryan said, can you look at ALCC Bookmap? Sure. I don't think it's going to have too much on it, but maybe. Lefty said, I bet Kramer starts his day with tequila. How do you think he gets through all the bullshit he says? Kramer's a funny man. I'm surprised that CNBC keeps him going. He must really get some good ratings, even though people might not love him. And ALCC starting to break out pretty well here. Man, it is looking decent. Let's put it on the book map. Let me take Hood away and put on ALCC. For a second, I thought ALCC was Alcoa. Kramer starts with meth. Him and all those TV people are probably, yeah, doing meth and coke and stuff. They say a lot of those actors and stuff do a lot of that, like the hard drugs on set, so I don't know. Wouldn't be so surprised. Going over to the book map on ALCC. Looks like 1750 has a lot stacked up. Other than that, there's not too much on ALCC here. Besides supports, like 14. There's quite a bit, honestly, underneath. Good resistance overhead, like 1750. Ooh, GDX is starting to move. Hey, there we go. There we go, there we go. Coming back really strong. How's NEM? Nice. What was that gold miner that you guys posted up earlier? What was that one? That one was nuts. What are a couple gold miners? Throw them out there, guys. KGC, yeah, that's the one. Hey, thanks, Palmer. Appreciate you. Sean said, like, baseball in the 70s. Yeah, that was pretty crazy, wasn't it? Sambo says, I'm watching on an 80-inch TV screen. Damn, Sambo, that's awesome. I wonder if that's the biggest screen I've ever been on. SLV, big money trade, Savage said. Let's go. Hell yeah, SLV. Keep it going. Starting to look pretty awesome here. Like it might break out. GLD itself is starting to recover up a little bit. Stewart said, made my first options call today on Meta. Thanks, SM Bot. 40 bucks is 40. Let's go, Stewart. That is awesome. W's in the chat, guys. Get them out there. Let's go. Stewart, you're going to get a special button today. You're going to get a Bruce Buffer here.
It's time!
And the reason that comes out is it's your first options call. So that's awesome, man. It's not every day that you get a first options call up that much. So that's badass, Stewart. You gotta love Buffer. Guys, I actually looked into, I was gonna maybe pay for a Bruce Buffer stocked up live video and just stocked up video in general from Bruce Buffer, but when I went and I looked at the price, it was like $6,000, and I was like, holy shit, for a 30-second video or something. I was like, hell no. It was more than I thought it would be. I guess for people that big, it's not that crazy of a price, but still. I don't know, I want to drop 6K on that. He must be banking. Seriously, he had a lot of them on there too, Mason. One of them that he did, the one that I saw, was someone from St. Louis did something. It was so funny. He was like, from St. Louis. It was hilarious. Stuart, lost all my hair in the process, though. Hey, that's just part of the game, Stuart. That's why they make Bosley. Yeah, Bosley is a very popular product in the stock trading world. Especially the options trading world. $40 towards Bosley. Savage said, where do you see the SM bot? If you go to the trading floor and you scroll down, like, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4th channel under the trading floor. And it says SM bot. Now, I will say this, though. If you're looking to do SM bot, make sure that you check out the hashtag getting started tab as well, because it's very important to understand how to use the SM bot to your advantage. There's ways you could actually mess up the SM bot. It's meant to be traded more like a screener. You're actually not meant to just trade every single thing it says. But here, check out the thing I posted up here in the chat. The video, that is for the SM bot, how to use it. That'll help you a lot. And of course, if you don't know what certain things are in the Discord, I highly recommend watching the Discord tutorial video where it goes over every single channel. I posted them up there. Savage said, the trading stream is the only place I know to go. Yeah, Savage, there should have been some stuff emailed to you, but that's good. Yeah, just check out the homework. These videos were in there. That's why the country Turkey exists as well, too, James said. I don't know. I don't get that one, too, James. It's going over my head. Turkey. Yeah, you're probably right, Jacob. It's pretty expensive. Sean said, you grabbing S-Bucks shares long-term right here. Not yet, Sean. I'm not doing it yet. My girlfriend is in her IRA. I'm not doing it right now, though. Although, granted, keep in mind, I probably shouldn't say that, but She is doing it in there. Hey, Jairus, sweet tea on me. Let's go. I'm definitely going to grab some up now. Let's go, Harris. Getting the sweet tea. I'll have to get some today. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hell yeah. Thank you, Harris. Always coming in clutch here on the streams. No Senna said, what's up with Dell? D-E-L-L. Dell Technologies. Man, popping off. What is up with Dell? What in the... I forgot about Dell. I didn't realize they were this good, like over the past year since 2024 started. Very surprised. Man. You're right. What is going on? They are in the tech sector, so Dell does make chips and laptops and stuff. Not sure that they make their own chips necessarily or not, but definitely is big there. %3 today. Wow. Yeah, they've been rocking and rolling, haven't they? Pull up our watch list here. What do we got at the top today? Clover Health and then SMCI, of course. Of course we got SMCI. It's actually starting to break out. SMCI breaking above the highs of the past couple days on this 5-minute candle. Let's go. There it is, 838, breaking 834 like it's nothing. It's rejected there the past couple days. There we go. Getting the movement back. Let's look at the book map on SMCI. Someone asked about it too. So why not check it real quick? $800, still huge on support. $840 coming up is a major resistance. Of course, $850 is. Man, what a good day today for these tech stocks that are coming back alive. Starting to break out of these channels. SPY got back up into the channel, which is nice. What was that stock that we were eyeing up earlier that was in a really good channel? Somebody was saying that they wanted to buy it in the channel. Was it Costco? Or Netflix? No. Nope, not those two. Netflix looks great, though. I'm glad I switched to it. It's also making a new high of the day, 1.56%. Literally breaking out right now. Here we go. Harris said I usually catch that one. Man, what a run. Switch over to Boeing really fast. Nothing. No opportunities there at the moment. Starbucks Yeah, we were actually just on the good old coffee, as Sean likes to call it, the pumpkin spice. 73.80. Wow. QQQ. Sitting there right in the chop zone. Rejecting off resistance at 440.80. What is it exactly about Palantir that you like for the future of the stock? Yeah, I mean, Palantir is just a growing business. They continue to get contracts with the government and the military / etc. I like the business that they're in, being like you know, AI, cybersecurity, stuff like that. I really do like that. You know, stuff with cyber stuff. You know, I really like the way that Palantir has been growing as a business too, how they keep getting more contracts and everything. Whenever you go look at like the dashboard as well, let me go throw them on there really quick. Whenever you go look at them on the dashboard, and you know, I'm not like a fundamentals expert out here, but like whenever I'm looking at this growth, like this revenue growth over the past years has been amazing. The income's going up, the free cash flow, I mean, was going up. You know, I'm sure it'll get back pretty good, but at the end of the day, it's just they're continuing to grow really well, and I'm really glad to see Palantir continuing to do this and just continuing to grow as a business and a company, kind of like DraftKings. You know, it's growing, except where DraftKings is boosting their revenue by getting more states to legalize, Palantir keeps getting more contracts and more buyers and etc. And they're growing their revenue in those types of ways. So at the end of the day, I really do like Palantir for the long term. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what the perfect price is to buy in at, but it's a very hot stock that has, in my opinion, lots of long-term potential. Savage, when I trade the SPY or QQQ, I take those profits specifically and fund my IRA. Thanks for looking at Hood on the book map. Nice, let's go, Savage. I appreciate that. Let's go. Yeah, no problem. And hey, Savage, I know you said Q&A as well. There is actually a live Q&A tonight in the Discord. If you go under the trading floor tab and you go down to event information and you go to live Q&A, there will be a Q&A tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. You guys can post up questions if you check out event information. You can use the Google form to ask any questions that you want. And Mike will be live there answering them for you. And I'll be there too if you have any for me or anything. But it's pretty sick. Make sure you guys check that out tonight as well. I know, Savage, you're new to the trading floor, so I figured I'd mention that because a lot of people who are new probably don't know. But let's go. What does in the channel mean, please? Thank you, Outlaw said. Outlaw, are you referring to like in the channel, like how I was talking about like in the live Q&A channel? Or like channels like on stocks? Let me know that just so I can answer your question better though, Outlaw. But I got you. Dax said CELH looks nice. Hey, and Dax actually has me on the Snapchat. Remember, guys, if you guys are on Snap, feel free to add Tom_StockedUp. Let me get the SPY book map for someone really fast. And I'm going to check on a couple big money plays as well. Demir said, what's your trading strat? Hang on 1 second, Demir. Let me grab this book map really quick. And I also got to check on a big money play on KTOS and Intel. So give me 1 second here. Let's see. Then they're also looking for so the Intel big money trade, just if you guys are curious if they're still into those calls or not, they are actually still in. So keep that in mind. I want to go check on KTOS, though. $20 calls for July 19th on KTOS. But I got your question, don't worry, Demir. Haven't forgot it. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to switch back over to SPY really quick. I'm actually going to do the 4-chart setup real fast. SPY, NVIDIA, Meta, and Tilray. We're going to switch that off with Amazon here. Yeah, KTOS is a tough big money play because the big money, they bought into KTOS and then they continued to add to the position if you're assuming that that was still the same people doing that. But the mirror is a joker with GameStop. All right, so you said, what's my usual trading strat? So the biggest one that I implement the most is selling put options. Selling put options is the big one that I implement the most. And it's generally to get longer term shares. Like, for example, like on companies like Zoom, you know, like selling put options down here. Maybe even like Intel on these big dips. You know, looking to sell some Intel put options down around like the 25, 24 supports, stuff like that. That's what I like to do for my main trading strategy. It really allows me to have the flexibility to do what I need to do for Stocked Up, and then also still be able to like concentrate and etc. on the streams and everything. It's really good. And honestly, you know, I hate to say it, it's one of the best strategies out there. So much more consistent than any other strategy. And even when you lose, it's like you don't even fucking lose, because you just end up buying the shares then. So it's like win-win all the time, honestly, unless you're being stupid with them. But I'm generally pretty safe with those. And then, of course, I do swing some options, and I do day trade here and there. But the main strategy is selling put options on stocks that are at fairly low prices. Like another good one, Disney. You know, they just dipped with earnings. I'll be looking to sell puts on them over the next couple months. I'm not going to start yet, but, you know, sell some puts down around like my average price, like down around the 90s, low 90s, maybe 80s. Areas like that where I start to feel more comfortable with it. I don't even see what you said about GameStop, Demir. I don't even see what you said. Like, it's not showing up for me, which is weird. No Senna said oil. Yeah, let's look at crude really fast. CL. Starting to bounce up a little bit. Oil's been falling the past couple weeks. It would be good to see a nice recovery back. Some worldwide events might start to spur some stuff with oil like that. I could see some of those, like the Middle East popping off, starting to make it go crazy. Outlaw said he meant it for stocks earlier with the channels. Yeah, so a channel, Outlaw, is it's pretty much a price range that a stock trades in where it doesn't really get like a good move in either direction out of said channel. I'm trying to find a stock that has a good channel that we've been watching lately. There's a couple out there. Like SMCI, for example. That's a good one here. So, it's not great. This is not the best example, though. Let's see if I can find a better one. Yeah, here, we'll do SMCI after earnings, okay? So here's SMCI after its earnings report. Here's the price action. A channel is essentially like this, how we're seeing SMCI stuck within this range of price. So essentially what it is it's a price range where the stock, it's not able to get enough momentum to break out of said range, but then it's also not able to get enough to break down and out to the downside either. So it's like the price action stuck, and you can use these ranges for opportunities. So like, you know, you see the range starting to form, right? Like you see the hit here, you see a lot of hits down here, you see the hit there, which confirms the upper part of the range. Then as it fell, you know, like you might eye up this area of support, and like as you see it start to bounce up off of there, you trust that and you trade it back up into the top of the range and scalp it up through that range. That's how you would like range trade some of these. And the reason that ranges can be really good is a lot of people would say, well, Tom, SMCI was stuck. It didn't even move right there. What are you talking about? You know, it was flat. And I would say, no, it actually had decent swings each day. And you could actually scalp it off of those lows. I'm not saying that you're going to make 1,000% here doing this, but This was Thursday, May 2nd. So let me go back to that on some of SMCI's options that expire this week. We'll just act like we were trading this week's expiration. So the percentages won't even be as good as they could be. And let's say it was in like that 7-something range. So let's say we were doing the 780 calls, let's say. 775 calls. Let's do those. Throw it on a chart real quick. Let me pop this out for you guys. Trying to make it so you guys can see it real quick. Okay. Here's our chart of SMCI. You go to the 30-minute, 1-minute chart. We go to the 2nd of May, which is what that was. And like, let's say that you were buying it up off of that support. Even if you had a bad entry, like let's say you got a fairly bad entry on this, like 1584. You know, as that rose that day, like we're talking like a pretty easy, like 25, 30. Towards the end of the day, it got all the way up to like 60%. So I know that SMCI is expensive, but it just is an example of how to like trade a range like that. It's hard to sometimes, especially for newer traders, to identify the range in the moment though. That's where like it takes a little bit of skill to like identify said range. I got a notification from Costco raising their target price. What does that usually mean? So depending on who it was, Demir, it's just some analysts raising their price targets on Costco. So usually that's good news because like the people following those analysts and stuff will start to buy it if it's a good outlook on the price. Then, you know, usually you might see the stock pop off and stuff like that, Demir. It does depend on who does it. Because, you know, like Jim Cramer could give a price target, you know, of whatever. Like it's obviously it's a little bit better to look at like, you know, bigger companies like JP Morgan and Street Smart and, you know, weird stuff like that. You know, you'll get better estimates there. But one thing I will say, Demir, is the analysts, you need to really watch out. The first 4 words of analyst is anal, okay? So they're already sus right there, okay? And then getting deeper into it, analysts just really suck at the end of the day. A lot of those price targets are total horse shit. Like if you go look at like SMCI, for example, like literally like right whenever SMCI was at the top, there was like people giving insane price targets on it. And look at it now, you know, now it turns back over really hard. These same analysts were like the same ones that were like buying up Zoom and putting price targets of Zoom at like $1,000 and shit. You know, just keep that in mind. These analysts, they kind of usually just follow the market sentiment. You know, like right now how Tesla sucks, the analysts keep lowering their price targets, right? So it's like, oh yeah, JP Morgan lowers Tesla, lowers Tesla, lowers Tesla. In like a year or two, if Tesla starts to go up again, everyone's just going to start raising their targets. They're going to go, we're raising our target, raising our target. I'm like, didn't you just lower your 5-year target to like 180? Now you're going to put it back up to like 300 right away? Like, okay. Same thing with Meta, you know, once that stock started falling, they like revise it down, revise it down, revise it down. Then it starts going up and then they're like, oh, price target's going up now. You know, it's like, they really just do whatever the market swings. It's kind of, those analysts piss me off at the end of the day. That's the game, Tom. Yeah, it is, Jaharis, it is. That's the name of the game. The Colombian government is investing in the development of cannabis industry with the goal of creating 44,000 new jobs by 2030. Hell yeah, I want some Colombian gold. Let's go. Let's see how CGC and Tilray and them are moving. There's marijuana news, but the marijuana stocks aren't moving at all. If you know of any Colombian marijuana stocks, let me know. Hellbomb for me, let's go. Randy said, when you have TOS open and an order fills, I think it's my TOS. That's funny. I actually haven't had one fill today, so. The analysts are just saying the price they want to buy/sell at. I mean, not really, Cornish. Maybe. A lot of people say that those analysts really manipulate things. ARM with TAC. Let's see, ARM. 110, okay. ARM actually isn't too bad, but they do have earnings tonight, so gonna be a no play by me, but hey, they do look pretty good heading up into their earnings. Yeah, like Sean said, they just want Costco up so they can sell their shit at a higher price. That's a good point. What in the hell is wrong with Tesla, though? It was looking so good. Now it's almost a 52-week lows again. Or like it wants to go there. Yeah, I mean, they had a good move with their earnings. Just keep in mind that their earnings weren't really even that good. Okay, like, honestly, they really weren't. Their margins went up. Besides that, everything else sucked. The only thing is that people were expecting it to suck a little worse, maybe. So, it still wasn't very good. So I'm still not totally bullish or anything on Tesla yet. I'm watching that mother of all trend lines overhead as well, around like 210. But it looks like that $200 resistance is huge. The sellers are not going to let it get through there right now, it looks like. From earnings, though, you know, it still could end up going back up pretty well and still faking us out here. There's still a lot of room to go to the bottom. Let's talk about our margins being nice and fat, yeah. Yeah, Outlaw, yep, it's a range on the chart. Demure said, poor Hannah. Uh-oh, what happened to Hannah today? Let's see. Tesla make me lost it all, she said. Damn. Well, I hate to say it, guys, but that's I said it yesterday, it was probably gonna happen, so. I always like to use this expression, guys. I always like to use this, okay? You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink the water. You can give the horse everything it needs to live, but you can't make it live. Uber to recover easily to 72. Let's see. UBER. You think it'll be recovering easily to 72? Or no, you had a question mark. I'm sorry. No, I don't see an easy recovery here from Uber with this one. That looks pretty brutal, and they're actually really high up on the chart. So, yeah, I don't really see like a nice quick recovery back on this. Maybe it will. I don't see it, though. I actually see more downtrend coming in. Especially over the grander picture here, the longer term picture, like a few weeks. Maybe today it might come back a little bit or something, but man, 72 would be pretty tough. I don't think that we'll see that. If we were going to, I think that we would have seen it more around open today. Kind of like how the QQQ even recovered up. Meta approaching 475 META. 1.36%. Yeah, it literally is on 475 right now. Let's put that on the book map. Let's go zoom in on there. $475 got wiped out earlier, didn't it? Yep. And now it's retesting. Maybe it'll break out and through. I would prefer it to reject, but we'll see. It's like right on the cusp right now. Alex said, do you like puts at this resistance? Do I still like them? Yeah, I still like them, but you've got to realize that if you're getting into them, you've got to sell out fast. Like if this high of day breaks, like if 476 breaks, you've got to be out. You know, that's the thing. If you're going to front run those, you got to get out like the second that it starts to break here. But it is actually holding up pretty well right now. But I'm still definitely watching resistances. I'm not going to try to play it up right now until we see a good breakout through resistance. Then maybe, but... what's the difference between ZI and ZM? It sounds like two totally different companies. I don't know. What's ZI? I've never heard of ZI. It's just a totally different company, I would think. Yeah, it just looks like, based off the chart, a kind of a trash company lately. Zoom, though, we all know Zoom, right? Like, they do, like, online meetings and stuff like that. Zoom video. You know, you do, like... it's like Skype. I don't know. Jason's scaring me, man. Demir said, you're just saying that, Alex, because Tom's a bear. Oh, I'm not a bear. I'm a long-term bull. Although, in the short term, maybe I'm becoming bearish. The bear is coming out of hibernation, we'll say. Went into Jewel Osco with the live on. What is Jewel Osco? Grocery stores? I've never heard of this. Oh, okay. It's like a grocery store, I guess. Huh. No, not at all. That must be a Chicago thing, man. You've probably never heard of Deerbergs or Snooks or Shop and Save. Deerbergs, that's a good one. I doubt you guys have heard of that one. Which I don't have to go to anymore because now I go to Costco instead. Let's go, though, guys. We got the 47 likes today. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Got a lot of the likes coming in. That's awesome. Really do appreciate that. How is Soundhound here? S-O-U-N? Doing okay. What's up with it? They do have earnings on Thursday, so keep that in mind. Tomorrow. But, yeah, Costco for the win, Demir, all day. Snooks. I wish it was spelled like that, Mason. That'd be a lot cooler. But, alright, guys, we're probably going to end the stream here. I really do appreciate you guys joining up today. We had a lot of fun. Thought there was actually a lot of decent price action. I'm still watching some of these stocks running up into resistance. Tesla's been recovering up pretty well today. Looking at Nvidia, Meta, a bunch of others, as they're starting to reject a little bit. Meta's still right on resistance, so watch out there. I hope to see you guys in the live Q&A tonight, though. I really do. The live Q&A will be pretty cool. Make sure you check out event information. If you guys want to get access to the live Q&As every Wednesday night with Mike and myself, check out the link I'm sending. Use code BIGMONEY for $100 off of a yearly subscription. That code is going away soon, like within a week. So, sometime this week, probably, or weekend. But be ready, guys. Be ready. Be there for that Q&A tonight. Some of you guys get funny in the chat. Some people say it's date night and stuff, you know. You better show up to date night. The GIFs get hilarious in there. Everybody post a GIF in there before it starts tonight. I'll pick the funniest GIF. We'll do a competition. Only post one, though. You only get one chance. If you post two, you're not gonna win. Yeah, live Q&A. Hey, 52 likes. We hit the 50 likes now. Let's go. That's badass.
All right, all right, all right.
Hell yeah.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Every time. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thank you all the lurkers out there. Everyone who has us on in the background, that really does help us out, so appreciate that as well. A great rest of the day. Walk away profitable. I know it's been a little bit slow so far this morning. Maybe we'll see Surge come back alive here for something in the afternoon. Let's see. All right, guys. Have a good one. See you later.